In this video, I'm going to explain why keywords are critical for selling stock photography. I'm also going to show you my process and how I get so many keywords and why you need so many. And then also share with you a free tool that's going to simplify the process and just make it as easy as possible because this is necessary. So let me jump in over here. I'm going to be using this picture. This is an image I took at Dead Horse Point State Park in Utah. The reason keywords are so important is because you might have the best photo out there, but if you don't have the right keywords, no one's gonna find it. Somebody asked me on one of my videos if I really did need 50 keywords, and the answer is yes. Most of these agencies have a limit of no more than 50, so the closer you can get to 50, the better you're gonna, the more chances you're gonna have. If I take a picture of a car, and this is in English, if I say boot, that's for England. If I say trunk, that's for American. Or the hood, or the bonnet. You know, there's different words that we use as a language that if we don't put those words in there, we're gonna limit our chances of selling that photo because, again, we're selling worldwide, not just in our little towns. I'm using Adobe Lightroom because it's what I use. There's other programs up there to do the same things. I've always used Lightroom. I've always used Adobe products. I'm happy with them. This is not sponsored. I just letting you know this is what I'm using because everything happens in one place. Who, what, when, where, and how. That's your first thing. So where was this? This was in Utah, Dead Horse Point State Park. Lightroom also checks your spelling. I'm not the best. I use a lot of and my fingers keep getting in the way sometimes. So I use the spell check from Lightroom before I export, and this simplifies the process. You just go right click here where it's all your keywords are, and you do spelling and grammar. Check spelling while typing, and as you can see, I already misspelled state park. There's another one here, Dead Horse, I forgot the space. So these are things that if you take care of this before you upload, it's gonna simplify your process. Let me keep going here. This is the where, Dead Horse Point State Park. It's also on top of a cliff, mountains, desert, the USA. And then we start asking things like how. Okay, so how did this happen? That's erosion, that's landscapes, that's rivers, climate change, changing environment. So you get to see how you start asking all these questions. The other thing that I like about Lightroom for keywording is not only it does your spell check, but if you click out of the keywords and then you go hover on the box, it tells you how many keywords you have so far. So this is very helpful as getting as close to 50 as possible. Other agencies like Dreamstime use up to 80 keywords. Now, if I put 80 keywords here and then I go and upload to Shutterstock, now I'm gonna have to go and delete 30. So I just keep it at 50. I mean, it all depends on how you're uploading, what agencies you're uploading to. Adobe takes 50, so I don't wanna do more than 50. I wanna keep it there because then it becomes more work. Do Google searches, do what happened here, there's legends. So there's a history, everything has a history or different words. If I'm keywording something like strawberries, there's a scientific name for strawberries. If I keyword something like an orange, there's technical words and technical names that you can find if you just do a simple Google search, which is why I say stock photography is like continuing your education, and you get to learn a lot of things that you enjoy instead of math that nobody enjoys. Let's jump over to the free tool because this can get tedious and I don't want to spend too much time here. So this is iStalker. There's other tools like this, but this is free. You have a studio where you can use their things to upload and do all this stuff. I only use the keyworder. It's a one click. It loads up here on the internet. You enter one keyword or two. In this case, I'm gonna do Dead Horse Point aerial view or aerial shot. And it's gonna load similar pictures to mine. I get to click on which ones I want to sample. So here's Dead Horse Point, that's a view from up there. And I don't see an aerial shot, but it doesn't matter. If I click here on a few of those pictures, it's going to give me the keywords that other people used when they submitted these pictures. So now I have here, there's 94 keywords that I can click. So there's Utah, outdoors, aerial view, horizontal, no people, USA, Colorado, photography, North America, rock, panoramic, adventure. This is another place that's full of biking trails and hiking trails. A lot of people go here for the thrill of doing the BMX and the off-road biking things and all the trails. So that's something I wasn't thinking about because I was here taking pictures, not on an adventure expedition. But this is something that's going to help find that, especially an aerial view is going to show the whole scene and help you with those words. So this is why I like using something like this. I come up with words that I would never think about if I wasn't using the keyword tool. Tranquility. So some of these don't always match, but you get to go through the whole list. And then here you copy the clipboard, you go to Lightroom, you set it up and do paste. And now I have 45 keywords. Easy, from one place, one option. You just copy all those keywords and you're pretty much done. Now, I haven't included here that this is a drone image, sky. You should have different titles and different descriptions per photo. I don't do this, I should, but I don't. The title should be a minimum of 3 words and describe what's happening in the scene. So this is aerial view of Dead Horse Point. Simple. And then I'll do Utah just because it's part of it. You can actually sell a photo based on the caption. If somebody's looking and just going through, they might get an idea of how to use this photo because of the caption that you're using. So you want to keep it short, but not too short, at least 8 words. And in something like this, I can say something like cars driving on the narrow neck of Dead Horse Point State Park in Utah, viewed from above with the dramatic southwest landscape in the background. Sold. All right, so this is just an example. This is one photo. I got a good description, good title, good keywords. Now I'm gonna upload this photo to Dreamstime and show you, and I'm using Dreamstime because they have the worst categories and you can't use the same ones or they won't accept your photo. So I'm gonna be using them to give you an example of how to choose the perfect category for your photo. So let me go on over to Dreamstime. Whereas Dreamstime does something where it gives you AI based on your keywords, or it's not really AI, it's a complex algorithm that based on the keywords that you're using, it goes in and it analyzes and gives you a set of categories, but they don't always work. Something like Dreamstime, they hate it when you use the same category. And here they have nature and travel. So this is something that I can change and make sure that my photo is going to be found in multiple categories. Other websites are going away from this, like something like deposit photos. You used to have to choose categories, now they don't. Same thing with 123RF. So I think this is gonna end soon. I don't think that many more agencies are gonna be asking like this. The more and more advanced the algorithm gets, the easier it is for them to classify this. But as an example, and because it's still happening today in 2023, I'm gonna show you what I think. So travel, yes, Travel America. It could be Travel America or it could be Travel Destination Scenics. I'm gonna leave it in America because it's classic of the American Southwest, so I'm gonna leave that here. Then I'm also gonna go to nature, and let's see, I have abstracts, animals, arts and architecture, business, editorial, so none of these are gonna fit this, except for maybe nature. And then it is a landscape, so I'm gonna leave it a landscape, because that's what I'm showing. I'm showing the Southwest landscape. And now I'm gonna find a different one, something maybe abstract that's gonna show, let's see. This is more of the landscape, the scenic. So I'm gonna leave it at exploration. It's a aerial view. You're exploring the area, you're showing everything, you're showing the narrow where the cowboys blocked for the horses. So you're exploring, or I'm exploring. So to me, these are better categories than what the original AI gave me, even though because they were repeating and Dreamstime doesn't like that. Up here you can see that Dreamstime likes my title and my description, and I think that's it. Let me just hit submit. I'm submitting this for an assignment. They're doing something about your best photo, and I might win some extra money with them. So let me just hit submit and go from there. I hope this was enough to explain why you need so many keywords, why the keywords are so important, and also how to use some of these tools. Not only Google, but something like iMstalker. iMstalker is going to give you keywords that other people have used. So maybe it's something that you didn't think about while you were doing a photo or while you were keywording. So it's something that definitely helps. To me, it's very important to learn about the subject you're photographing and continue my education, not only with places, learning about the legends, learning about the different names the different animals have, food, objects. There's so many things that you can learn when you photograph in stock. And then the keywords, the title descriptions, the more accurate you can get with this, the better your chances of selling these photos are gonna be. So I hope this helped. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you, I don't know, in the next video. Bye.